Love 30. Fifteen 30. Thirty all. Forty 30.
Nice deep serve, right to the limit.
Hughes.
And Gustafsson getting around his backhand that time, aggressive on the forehand. And then again with the forehand down the line. The volley of Rafter's defensive from very low. Still forced Gustafsson to make the good shot. Struggling on serve. 40 all. Juice.
Advantage Rafter.
They are getting increasingly powerful and dangerous, and although that was just out, they're getting far more accurate as well. He is a menace on return of serve now.
Game Rafter. First game, third set. 1 set all.
As I see this match, this fellow is not hitting the ball nearly as hard as Gustafsson. He's not serving quite as powerfully. He's certainly not returning serve as well. Obviously, he's volleying better because he's volleying and Gustafsson isn't volleying very much, but there doesn't seem to be quite as much power as there should be, either at the net or off the ground.
Yes, I agree, Bill. We've commented several times that conditions are quite heavy with the rain that's been about, the rain that has been on the courts over the past few weeks, inevitably having some effect in slowing them down. And I often think that Rafter's power is manufactured. It's not natural. He doesn't have a huge reserve of power on serve like Goran Ivanisevic or Krajicek or Sampras. He's serving pretty much at his limit. He doesn't utilize his entire body. It's largely an arm action, and so there's a requirement of physical strength. And off the ground, he has adequate power, but not reserves. And so therefore, when the conditions are heavy, he doesn't quite have enough. And I get the feeling that the ball is going a little bit slower through the air, and this is giving Gustafsson that much more time to get set and really power the ball. And I would say in general terms that Gustafsson has a slight edge at the moment.
15 love. 30 love. $30-15.
Well, that's very good play by both of them.
Another all-court point, really entertaining stuff, and Rafter having to cover every extremity, which he does. Athletic to the extreme. 30 all.
$40-30.
Well, if he was trying a drop shot from way back, ill-advised, I think. This is not an easy match for Pat Rafter, the number 6 seed. Not easy at all.
Game, Gustafsson. One game more. $15 love.
I think he manages to achieve this accuracy, but let's just see the follow-through. Yeah, it's more or less straight, isn't it? That must be a bit of a help. Good shot. Change of direction.
15-30.
Consecutive winners off the backhand for Gustafsson. The second serve not penetrating enough, not troubling Magnus at this point. Nice pick up on the low volley, pushed it deep and all over the net, moving in and across to secure the final volley. 30 all.
Well, I'm not sure what Pat Rafter can do. I mean, he produced a pretty good second serve then, faster, deeper, but another blistering return and break point.
Deuce.
Good try.
Well, Pat Rafter just a little bit lucky here. The return of serve catching the net, giving him a play. And then off the second passing shot, beautifully angled drop volley. And here's the determination with which Gustafsson ran after this ball. But a little bit like the old Maserati saying about the breaking ability, they're made to go, not to stop.
Game rafter. Ball please. Rafter leads by 2 games to 1. Third set. 1 set all.
It's amazing how a player can improve the guy who we no longer have. He's gone for his second break. Of course, that's allowed in second bathroom break in a 5-set match, not in a 3-set match.
30 years, 40 years ago it was.
What astonishes me in these...
You know, it's one of those...
Listen to Pat after having a conversation here.
It's not like me to be on the borderline there, really. I think my string savers are down there. Thank you. Yeah.
Pat having quite a friendly conversation with the umpire and the things that happened
say something a lot worse.
30 or 40 years ago.
Give that ball, could you give it the string savers?
And asking the ball boy to bring the string savers to him. And I think maybe a little comment from Rudy Berger about his exclamation during the point being quite acceptable these days, and maybe 30 or 40 years ago might not have been quite as acceptable, which, funny enough, that's what we were talking about here off air. So Pat very relaxed, having conversation with the umpire during the second comfort break by Gustafsson.
Time.
But invariably, Pat Rafter having to work so much harder on serve ever since midway through the second set, when he was down in the consecutive service games, love 40, and then was broken when he served for the second set at 5-4, and now virtually every time it serves, struggling. Gustafsson serving, 1 set all, 1-2.
$15 low. $30 low.
That's a wonderful choice of shot.